Today I'm going to show you how to install MBRP's Pro Series catback exhaust on this 2019 new body style Ram 1500 with a 5.7 liter V8 engine. Let's go ahead and get started. So we're at the rear of the truck, and the first thing that we're going to do is remove the tip on our passenger and driver side. Now normally when we're working on older trucks, you'd want to take some penetrating oil and spray that on these bolts and let that sit for a little while. But since we're working on a brand new truck, we don't have to do that. This is a 1/2 inch bolt. We're going to go ahead and remove it right now. We're going to do that on both sides. So next we're going to take some silicone spray or WD-40 and spray our hanger. It's just going to help us get it off there easily, or more easily. Let's just spray both sides. Now as you're doing this, you want to make sure that you don't destroy your isolator because we're going to reuse those. Just kind of work it out. You should be able to just wiggle it out little by little and eventually get it off. So now that our pipe is out of our hanger, we're just going to use a rubber mallet and just give it a little tap on the back. And then just pull it off. Now we're up by our muffler. We're at our connector of our muffler and our front pipe. There's going to be two 5/8 bolts that we're going to remove. Then we're just going to set these aside. We're not going to reuse these bolts. Now we're going to follow our front pipe all the way up. There's going to be two 15mm nuts that we need to remove next. Now you will need to hold on to these. We are going to reuse these. And then you should be able to wiggle your front pipe out, and you can go ahead and remove that. Now we're at the rear of the muffler, and if we go up, we can see the two hangers, and we also see this silver hanger bracket. Now, we're not going to take the muffler off of the hangers, we're just going to remove the bracket from the cross member. That's going to be two 13mm bolts, one right here, and then one over here towards the top. Now you are going to want to keep these nuts. We're going to reuse them. Now we're at our rear driver's side pipe, and we're going to remove this pipe from the hanger. Again, we sprayed it with some WD-40 to kind of loosen everything up, and I'm just going to use a pry bar to kind of just carefully remove it from that hanger. So again, this might be a little difficult. Just kind of wiggle it around until you pop it off. Now we're at the hanger located directly in front of our muffler. We're going to have a clip here. We're just going to push that off the hanger, let that hang down like that, and then we're going to remove this pipe from the hanger. Now I have somebody in the back holding up the back end of this pipe to make sure when we get this off that it doesn't fall. When this does come off, what we're going to do is push it back slightly to get it off of the hanger brackets that are located above our muffler and then the whole thing is going to come out from the front. So there you go, it's off the hanger. We're going to slide it back a little bit. And then very carefully, we're going to rotate it and pull it out. So now that we're ready for our new exhaust, the first thing that we need to do here is check the length of our front pipe. Now the front pipe is going to have a flared edge on one side and a regular circular edge on the other side, and it's just going to be a straight pipe. So in the kit, this is going to come at 39 3/4 of an inch. Now that's going to be perfect if you have the crew cab with the long bed, the 6 foot and 4 inch bed. If you have anything other than that, this pipe is going to have to be cut. So if you have the truck like we do, which is the crew cab with the 5 foot 7 inch bed, you're going to have to cut this down to 30 inches and 3/4. And now we're going to measure that from the flared edge out. And we'll make our mark. And then we'll go ahead and get this cut. Now if you have the quad cab with the 6 foot 4 inch bed, you're going to have to cut this pipe down to 26 3/4 inches. And all this is going to be in your instructions, so just make sure you follow that very carefully. Now we're going to take our front pipe, put our flared edge over the top of our other pipe. We're going to use our flange with the bevel end. We're going to slide that on and match that with our 2 studs. Fit that over the top like that. And we're going to loosely install our 2 factory nuts. We're just going to leave this loose for right now. We're going to get all of our pipes fitted together, and then we'll come back through and tighten everything up. Next, we're going to take a 3-inch band clamp, slide that over our front pipe. We're going to take our extension pipe, fit our larger end over our front pipe, and then we're also going to slide that into our factory hanger. We're just going to tighten up this clamp just a little bit. But again, leaving it loose so we can make minor adjustments when we get the whole assembly together. Again, we're just going to get this just snug, and then we'll move on to our next pipe. Next, we're going to reinstall our hanger bracket. We're going to use our factory nuts. And then we're going to go ahead and use a 13mm and tighten this up. You may also notice that we have our hangers off, and that's just going to make it easier for us to install the next pipes. Next, we're going to install a 3-inch band clamp over our extension pipe. And then we're going to fit the single pipe on our muffler over our extension pipe. Push it on as far as it'll go. And then we're going to snug up our band clamp. Again, that's a 15mm. Next, we're going to put a 2-inch band clamp over our passenger side muffler pipe. Then we're going to take our smallest pipe that we have left, which would be our passenger side over axle pipe. Slide that into place. And then we're also going to put our factory isolator in. Now you should be able to just push that onto the hanger. If you can't, you might have to get some more lubrication, again some WD-40 or some silicone spray. Just like that. And then we'll go ahead and snug up our band clamp. And then again, I'm just going to use a 15mm and snug this band clamp up. Next, we're going to take another 2-inch band clamp and we're going to put that over our passenger side tailpipe. And then we're going to slide that up over our frame and onto our over axle pipe. Match those up, slide it in, and then you're also going to slide in your hanger that should be on your new pipe onto the frame piece. Again, that might be a little tight, so use some silicone spray or something just to get that on there. Just like that. Then we're going to go back up and snug up our band clamp. So again, we're going to use our 15mm and we're just going to snug up this band clamp. We're not going to fully tighten it down. Now we're back in our muffler and we're going to install our driver's side over axle pipe. So first we're going to install a 2.5-inch band clamp over our muffler pipe on the driver's side. Set our over axle pipe inside. And then also put it up in the position so we can slide it over our hanger bracket. Just like that. Push it in as much as possible. Next, we're going to install our driver's side tailpipe. Again, we want a 2.5-inch band clamp at the front to attach it to our over axle pipe, and we want our rubber isolator to be on our pipe and then put it onto our factory hanger. So first we're going to fit our pipes together, slide it into place, and then we're going to push our factory isolator onto the hanger. Once you have that, you can go ahead and snug up your band clamp. Now we can take our polished tip and slide that right over our tailpipe. And I'm going to push it back until it's just about flush with the end of my bumper. And then we're going to use a 5/16 Allen to tighten that up. Now when you're doing this, you want to make sure your MBRP logo is just about level right here. You're going to repeat that on both sides, and then we can go back through, adjust our pipes, and fully tighten all of our band clamps. Alright guys, it's that simple. If you have any questions, give us a call or visit us online.